John, I know why you scheduled this game to try to get yourself in the NCAA tournament, but losing like this probably doesn't help. I know you've done pretty well in the other games you played non-conference, but not so much in this one.
Well, you know, I'll take my chances against anybody in the country at home. We didn't particularly play our absolute best tonight. Actually got off to a slow start. We missed 11 free throws, which is not atypical of what we normally do. We usually shoot a relatively high percentage from the free throw line. You know, they were a good team, very well coached team, but I just think we got started a little late tonight. And you know, just down the back stretch, you know, we made some plays. We had a couple of miscues that typically we don't make. You know, we had a missed box out when the score was tied. That put them up 2, which is the bucket that actually won the game. Prior to that, before that, the score was tied. We had a turnover by George, and he was trying to, you know, do the right thing, make a play, get to the basket, and just lost handle of the ball. And then right there at the end, I thought we got a great look at the basket. You know, I thought James caught it in rhythm. Good look. I would love to have seen the 3, win or lose. I would love to see that shot taken. He didn't feel like he caught it well, so he put it on the floor. He still got a really good look. It kind of wrapped a little bit and just came out. So great game. You know, unfortunately, you know, one of those edgy ones that we just kind of couldn't pull out at the end.
Do you think that you played with the same intensity earlier in the game as you did? Last 6 minutes, I mean, you outscored them, I think, 18-7 to end the game, but it still just wasn't quite enough.
Well, I don't think we played with the kind of energy that we needed to play. The last 6 minutes was definitely the intensity and level that we like to play with the whole game. But we've just struggled since I've been here, you know, with non-lead games and teams that that typically have kids that are not as athletic. They had some athleticism, but just typically are not as athletic and maybe not as quick. And I don't know if it's just a mindset where we just kind of settle in and don't really prepare for, you know, all-out war, that it's going to be a drag-out war. And I think we catch ourselves in games and we just kind of, we try to wake up in the middle of these contests, and sometimes it's a little late. I thought we woke up in time enough to win tonight, but we played Golden Beacon around this time last year and had a chance to possibly get ranked, and we ended up losing to them, and they probably hadn't won but maybe one or 2 games.
Right. Well, let's go over to James. James, it seems like you and Derrick kind of took over down the stretch. Was there anything different going on offensively, or did you guys just decide, you know, we need some scoring and we're just going to take it? Or what was your mindset down the stretch in this game?
Well, our mindset was basically what Coach set it out for us to do, which was take the ball to the basket. So every opportunity that we tried to get, we just tried to take it to the basket. And that was what the difference of the game from the first and the second half. What
was the message from the coaching staff after this one? I mean, is it hard to, you're right in the middle of your conference run, and now you got to play a team you've never seen before. Was this a difficult game for the team to get ready for, to get up for? Or?
I wouldn't say it was a difficult team to get ready for. I just feel as though we just came out defensively a little flat at the beginning. Like you said, the last 6 minutes of the game, our intensity level was superb, but the first half, it was just, you know, we had no intensity on defense, really.
It seemed like they were difficult to guard. They were difficult to guard going to the hoop. Sometimes you guys had problems with that. Was there anything in particular they were doing that was giving you guys problems? Or?
I think mostly it was the help, when we trying to help pinch the gaps and stuff like that. They were setting a lot of back screens and stuff like that, so they was pretty good at that. It was catching us off guard. He was a second late or a split second late, and he was getting easy buckets to the lane.
John, how do you feel about where you're at as far as the CIAA? I mean, you're in a pretty good position here.
I feel really good about where we are, man. You know, this game, unfortunately, you don't like to lose a game like this because in the grand scheme, you're trying to make a push for the NCAAs, and also you're just trying to play well so you can kind of finish the season on a high note. But you know, I think our spirits would be good. You know, coming into this game though, it's really difficult because, you know, we're in a dogfight for our conference, you know, our division, to try to win our division. And we have a tremendous game coming up this Saturday, which is a televised game. And sometimes, you know, you don't want to put too much emphasis on one game, and because they're only going to hear you a little bit. And then maybe later on this week they don't hear me as much as I need them to hear me. So I have to find sort of a happy medium of where, how much emphasis to put on this game as it leads into the next game. And we weren't able to get enough material on this team. I had a tape from, and this is off record, you know, I had a tape from their first game of the season, and then I got a tape today from Holy Family around 2 o'clock, which we've been requesting all year. So I really couldn't the pattern they ran, we had that. I showed it to them, but we still just didn't have enough time to be able to get good footage on them. So to some extent, you know, I'll take the brunt on that, because a couple of those baskets are mine, because we just couldn't get enough material on them so we could cover what we were going to see. But we're in a good place. You know, we're in a good place. You know, lost in our conference game, but everybody's got some tough games in all divisions from here to the end. We just got to try to play as good as we can play, win as many games as we can win, and just kind of let the chips fall where they may.
Thanks, John. Good luck.
Appreciate you.